Hey guys, it's Landon Blake from Redefined Horizons, and I'm going to do a little set of videos that show you how I produce one of my digital publications. And these videos are part of our How We Work series. And the digital publication that we're going to lay out in this set of videos is titled California Supremes on Land and Water. That's a digital magazine about cases of the California Supreme Court that deal with real property and water rights. And so in this first video of the set, I'm going to show you how to produce the graphics that I include in the article. These usually go in a sidebar. There's a 2-column layout. And I produce those graphics in the open source program Inkscape. So I have Microsoft Word open with the article text here. And most of my articles that review court decisions, which is what I do in the California Supremes, they all follow the same basic outline. Okay. And then importantly, down here at the bottom, I have these sidebars with some supplemental information. And that's part of what we use that content is what we use to build our graphics. So I've got the first graphic file open here in Inkscape. It's entitled First Page Sidebar. And you can see the graphics folder here for this issue has the 4 SGV files and the cover image, background image. So I've opened up this first file here in Inkscape. Okay, and so the first thing I want to do is just come in here and replace this body text. This is for the previous issue, and so we want to revise that. So I'm going to grab the text tool here, and we're going to delete this existing text, and we're going to replace it. Okay, and I have some of that text I'm just going to copy right out of the article. And you can't see that because I'm on my other monitor, but I'm just going to copy that text, and then we'll paste it in here. And we'll hit apply. Okay, and so I've got a little more room there, so I'm going to go ahead and add a sentence or two. So I'm going to say this article contains lessons about the acceptance of land use permit conditions and benefits. Okay. All right, so that fills up a little more of that box. And then key topics here, I try and come up with 3. These are just keywords. So for this one, it's going to be land use permits and coastal development. And one more, we'll use the keyword the California Coastal Commission. Okay. Okay, so after we've edited our text, because we have this nice template set up, we're going to grab this box here, and we're going to use the export, and we're going to want to make sure this button selection is pressed. That's going to make the image it's going to limit the image to the gray box here, the background box. And I'm going to say export as. I'm already in the right spot. Okay, but I want to make sure I give this the right name. So it's first page sidebar. And we'll hit save. I want to make sure I'm at least 300 dpi so I have a high enough resolution image. And I'm going to go ahead and hit export. So we can close this now. We'll save it. And you can see Inkscape has output our first image here. Okay. And it looks like it's got good enough resolution there. So we got a couple more of those to do. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you sit through all of them, but we'll do the next one. Okay, so we're gonna open up this next file. This is for the lessons. So the lessons that you can draw from the case. So again, I'm gonna come over here to my Word doc, and I'm gonna scroll down to where I talk about the lessons. So that's here. Okay, and so we're gonna add those. So I'm going to grab this text again, and we're going to replace it. We want to make sure that it fits. It doesn't fit. Okay, so sometimes that happens. That just means we got to adjust the heights of our boxes a little bit. So I'm going to just move this down for now. I'm not going to worry about those lower 2 boxes right this minute. Okay, and I'm going to double click on this box, and we'll drag it down another row. Okay, so that looks like it fits. Okay. Okay, then we're going to do the next lesson. That one's a little shorter, so it should fit. Looks like it fits well. In fact, that box is a little too long, so I'm going to shorten it up. Okay, and then we got one more. And we'll shorten this one up too. Okay. And then we just want to make sure that title text is in the right spot. And I got to turn off my bounding box snap here. I just want the text node to snap. Okay, so when we're done with our text edits, we'll hit save. And we're going to grab that background box again. And I just noticed this is not properly centered. You can see the gap's not right. So, I'm going to go ahead and fix that here. So to fix that, I'm going to group these items, make them into a group, and then grab the background box, and we'll pull up the Align and Distribute dialog. Okay, so now that's centered like it should be. Now we can grab that box and export our image. Okay, and this image is called Ending Sidebar, and you want to make sure these images have the right title, because that way they just automatically populate the Scribus file that we're going to look at in a subsequent video. Make sure you got the right DPI, that you have selection checked, and we'll hit export. Okay, we'll close that. I already saved it, so I'm going to say close without saving, and you can see now we have our next image. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and the next video we'll jump into Scribus and I'll show you how those images are placed in the layout for the magazine.